Welcome to the International Christian Women's Council, Lesson 6. Today's topic is Born for Such a Time as This. Esther chapter 4, verses 13 and 14. The lesson aim that you carefully consider and answer the question, will I stand, when standing means personal risk, possible loss of position, loss of influence, or even loss of life. Scriptural reference. The book of Esther, specifically Esther chapter 4, verses 13 and 14. The introduction. In the Old Testament of the King James Version of the Holy Bible, in the book of Esther, an account is recorded of letters being sent out to all the king's provinces with directions to destroy all of the Jews, both young and old. Men, women, and children were to be annihilated and their possessions seized. When this news reached the people in each of the provinces, the Jews wept and mourned for their lives. Certainly, a great cloud of grief hovered over the land. The definitions for today's lesson: annihilate, execute, hovered, provinces. Annihilate, to destroy, wipe out, obliterate, wipe off the face of the earth. Execute, the act of carrying out something to its finish or completely, the carrying out of a sentence of death. Hovered, to remain poised uncertainly in one place, especially in a hesitant or uncertain manner. Provinces, a country or region dependent on a distant authority, a portion of an empire or state. The point of the lesson: the need for spiritual strength, commitment, and integrity to make godly decisions and to do the right and righteous thing at any time, irrespective of the personal cost. The question for today's lesson: are you anchored in this area of your spiritual life? The lesson: to become queen, Esther had hidden her identity as a Jew. However, now, having been informed by her cousin Mordecai, Esther is faced with a decision. Why, you ask, must she make a decision? The simple answer is this: it's her time. When Mordecai went to her, he not only told her what was going to happen to her and her people, he also called upon her to do something about it. There was no simple solution. Someone was going to have to go to the king on behalf of the Jewish people if their lives were to be spared. However, no one was to present themselves to or go before the king unless the king himself called for them. The punishment for breaking this law was execution. There was no easy way out. Here, Mordecai addresses Esther, and he prophesies as he spoke directly to her about her fears. If you keep quiet at a time like this, deliverance and relief for the Jews will arise from some other place, but you and your relatives will die. Who knows if perhaps you were made queen for such a time as this? And that's Esther chapter 4, verse 14. Perhaps Mordecai spoke to a long-standing question in Queen Esther's heart. Why am I here? I came from humble beginnings. Why am I so fortunate? Why was I chosen out of so many? Similarly, conditions and circumstances will arise in the lives of believers where none of our choices seem safe. Do not be deceived by or because these are modern times. Issues and situations still come up where it seems or may seem difficult to tell the truth, to stand for and proclaim what God has said in His Word. Queen Esther trusted the words of Mordecai, the man who had raised her and is now her advisor, the man who had protected her through the years. And so should we place our trust in the living God. He alone knows when He created us, formed us in the womb of our mother, the times we must face. Think about it. What were the situations where you hesitated to, or perhaps even failed to speak up or stand up and tell the truth or answer a question truthfully? Will you risk your position or what you think is the favor of an individual? What will you give for your soul? The end. God bless you, and thank you for joining me today.